What's up, Badger fans? Welcome to another episode as we continue breaking down the 2024 recruiting class. We got Gideon Ituka on board. He was a second running back in this class, and I feel like he was always underappreciated. Running back out of Maryland, 5'9", 230, 225. I've seen him listed a couple different weights. Three-star across the board. Every service had him as a three-star. Had a monster senior season. He had some mega games against pretty good competition. Like, he's playing some real people out there. Um, again, like this is one of those guys. I've talked about Corey. I've talked about Atuka. I've talked about Jay Harper, guys that I feel like are kind of undervalued by the Badger faithful when they look at this class. Some of that's because of the other people in the position in their class. Atuka is coming in with Dylan Jones and Dupree. A guy like Corey's coming in with five other offensive linemen. Jay Harper's coming in with Xavier Lucas and Agard. So I think there's an element of that. I think there's an element of Atuka doesn't really fit into the traditional mold. He's 5'9". He's small. He's got a little bit of Doug Martin type body build in his game. He's a hard guy to comp. I like him a lot. I said when he committed, I like him a lot because he brings something different to the offense. He gives you uniqueness in this scheme as maybe a power back, somebody between the tackles, a lot of comfort. Let's get into the three things we like about Gideon Ituka. The first one is power. Power and low center of gravity. He is a bowling ball on feet. Like he is just such a low center of gravity, leverage, power back. He's got quads the size of baby redwood trees. I mean, he just has that. He's going to be a ton of trouble for teams in short yardage. If it all pans out, he's going to be really difficult for teams to stop, to find, to corral short yardage situations, red zone situations. I think there's a lot there. And again, he's unique. There's no other back on the roster like him. So when you look at a guy like Phil Longo, the more unique tools you can give him to scheme things up, the better. Right? He's different than Dylan Jones. He's different than Dupree. He's different than White and Aker and Yakimelli. He gives you something different. So I really like that aspect of his game. The second thing I like is just great balance and ability to break tackles. He runs through arm tackles. He'll bounce off people. You really got to wrap him and pull him down. Like a hit doesn't work. He bounces off that. Arm tackles don't work. He runs through those. Like you really have to bring some conviction to the point of attack with Gideon Ituka because otherwise he's going to run through it. That's a great trait for a running back, right? And that's a trait that defenses don't like because we've seen a lot. We see it all the time, right? We saw it on some Badger defensive plays this year. People just dive at legs. They do this. You get lazy in the third quarter when you start to wear down. You're not going to tackle Gideon Ituka by diving at him like that. And that's going to take a type of discipline and mental fortitude on the defensive side to handle him. I like that aspect of it. And the last one is he's got great feet, really good feet and vision for his size, for anybody. Like he runs between the tackles, great little jump cuts, the ability to press the hole, the ability to again with his feet find the right spot and then explode north south. Not a true burner like that. That is one thing that's not in his game. He's probably he's definitely not a 4-4 guy. Probably like 4.55, 4.6, somewhere in that range. So he's not a burner, but he has really good feet, really good vision. Everything he runs is out of the shotgun. Let's put up the film and let's watch Gideon Ituka. This is another one where the film is just fun. A lot of these prospects in this class just have really enjoyable film to watch. Let's start this one. This is Gideon Ituka, the running back out of Maryland. Again, coming out of the gun, running between the tackles, breaks tackles. He's a lot of fun to watch. And it's every running back in this class brings something different, right? And that's kind of a unique thing too. This is a guy who he might be one of the he could play early just because he's physically compact. He's ready. He runs between the tackles. He has some familiarity with the type of system. You even see there, it takes multiple guys to corral him. Again, running between the tackles here, takes the snap, makes the guy miss. The guy barely touches him down the sideline, 20 yards. He has that ability in the open space to make a guy miss. Difficult guy to corral and wrap up. Like I said, you really have to meet him at the point and you have to wrap him up. Again, showing you the feet here. There's the balance running through tackles. 1, 2, 3 people. It's going to take multiple guys at the high school level for sure to bring him down. Obviously, college is a different game, but there's a lot to like when you watch the film here. I would have been totally good. I talked to Justin about this. If this was a 2 running back class and Dupree's your number 2, I'd be 100% good with it. If you got Dylan Jones and Gideon Ituka, 100% good. If you got Darian Dupree and Gideon Ituka, 100% good. Like, he's that good. The staff took him where they took him for a reason, right? They took him knowing they may not get another guy, and they were comfortable with it. While again, running between the tackles, you see just the inability for people to get him on the ground, and it's that center of gravity that's unique for a player like this. You really have to get low and wrap up. Otherwise, he's going to run through you, right? And if you get really low, he just gives you a little shuffle cut, and you don't touch him. Like, it's a unique back. And here you see from the end zone view. There's the pass protection clip. You see his quads, man. He's got massive lower body strength, and that's what allows him to run through so many of these tackles. Now, ceiling is probably that's why he's a three-star guy, right? He doesn't have the ceiling of a Jones or Dupree because he doesn't have the elite speed. He doesn't have the frame. But college back, he's going to be. I think he has a chance to be really good as a college back, and I think he's going to fill a niche in this offense that we don't have right now. Again, you see the quad size. Like, this is just a well-built, 230-pound kid. Here's a jump cut here, bam. That's a great jump. Let's go back and just watch that. Even though it's not a big game, just watch this jump cut. Press the hole, bam, jump cut, boom. Like, that is impressive agility, right? And that's definitely something that you see on film. Agility, the whole quickness. He's going to be really good, I think, guys. I like him a lot. And I've talked to somebody on staff who also said they like him a lot. He's a really good player. Gideon Ituka. I didn't have a chance, actually, or I did, but I don't know what happened to a clip of Brian Smith talking about Gideon Ituka. So we did break down his game further with Coach Anderson over the Dairy Raid. So go find that episode as well if you want to further break down on Gideon Ituka as we go through his film. But this is a Gideon Ituka episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. A player that I think is underrated and could be a great college player.